Have you ever felt that someone is polite to you, but something feels off? This video is about the hidden signs of dislike, the kind that never shows itself openly but quietly works against you. If you've ever sensed tension beneath friendliness, felt excluded without explanation, or noticed subtle resistance you couldn't quite prove, you're not imagining it. Machiavelli understood that hidden enemies are far more dangerous than open ones. In this video, you'll learn how concealed dislike reveals itself through behavior, silence, and small patterns most people overlook, and how awareness alone can protect you. Stay until the end, because the final insight ties all 7 signs together and shows you how to regain control without confrontation. In the workplace, sabotage rarely looks like open conflict. It hides behind excuses. Someone seems helpful, even apologetic, yet deadlines are missed, details slip, and follow-ups never happen. Nothing is obvious enough to confront, and that's the point. This kind of sabotage doesn't attack you directly. It weakens you quietly. It leaves you frustrated, doubting yourself, and standing alone. It's sabotage by omission. Silent, hard to prove, and incredibly effective, while the person behind it walks away with their hands looking clean. Delay is a quiet but powerful form of passive resistance. By doing nothing on purpose, someone can slowly drain your momentum and control the pace without ever openly refusing. Each day of delay becomes a small win for them, turning your urgency into frustration and your progress into a waiting game. It is a silent display of dominance, sending the message that your time, your priorities, and even you are not important, without a single openly disrespectful word. The most advanced form of passive resistance looks like support, but delivers nothing. This is the colleague who publicly praises your idea in meetings, calling it smart, innovative, and full of potential. They nod along, offer verbal encouragement, and make sure everyone, especially management, sees them as positive and supportive. On the surface, they align themselves with your success, gaining approval and social credit, without ever contributing real effort or taking any risk. Their support is hollow, meant to be seen, not felt. It exists for public display. But when real work begins, this vocal ally quietly disappears. When you ask for the help they seemed eager to give, they are suddenly overwhelmed with their own urgent tasks. When you seek their input, their responses are vague, cautious, and non-committal. Their absence becomes a real obstacle to your progress, yet their earlier public praise protects them completely. After all, who would suspect sabotage from someone who appeared so supportive? They have built a shield of plausible deniability using nothing but their own empty words. Machiavelli clearly understood the difference between public appearance and private action. He advised that a ruler should appear merciful, loyal, and humane, even when circumstances demanded something very different behind the scenes. This kind of social shape-shifting is a direct application of that idea. The person understands one crucial truth: perception is power. By looking supportive in public, they build the image of a reliable team player and a positive presence. That image shields them from suspicion, while their private inaction quietly undermines your progress. In the end, this behavior points to something deeper, a rivalry that exists but is carefully hidden. They want the credit of being connected to a good idea, without wanting you to be the one who succeeds with it. By giving loud but empty support, they hedge their position. If your project fails, they remain blameless and can even show sympathy. If it succeeds despite the odds, they can claim they were one of its earliest and strongest supporters. They have shaped the situation so that, no matter what happens, their own social standing is protected or improved, often at your expense. If this is already making you rethink certain people, a quick like for the video helps more than you'd expect. The backhanded compliment, polite on the surface, poisonous underneath. Unlike a direct insult, it hides inside praise, leaving you quietly questioning yourself. That was surprisingly good. I didn't expect you to be so articulate. The real message is clear. Your success is seen as an exception, not the rule. It's a subtle strike, a small wound that stays with you long after the words are gone. Backhanded compliments often arrive as comparisons, praise attached to someone else's success, making yours feel smaller. It congratulates and diminishes you in the same breath. Congratulations on the promotion, especially since Sarah made partner last month. Your moment is instantly diluted, your achievement quietly stamped with an unspoken asterisk. If you're interested in power, perception and human nature, subscribing to the channel might be worth it. Perhaps the most subtle form of a backhanded compliment is praise that focuses only on surface details, especially after a serious achievement. This tactic quietly ignores the real substance of what you've done, the effort, intelligence and skill, and shifts attention to something minor or irrelevant. It acknowledges that you're standing among the winners, but refuses to recognize why you deserve to be there. The praise sounds polite, but it's empty, offering no real validation of your value. For example, after months of research and hard work on a major report, a colleague might simply say, "Congratulations on finishing the report." The font you chose is really easy to read. Or after a difficult and successful negotiation, "Well done. I love that suit. It makes you look very authoritative." The real achievement, the thinking, the strategy, the skill, is quietly ignored. Instead, the compliment shifts to appearance or style, subtly reducing your contribution to something decorative rather than substantial. This fits perfectly with Machiavelli's understanding of appearance versus reality. He observed that people judge more with their eyes than with their hands, meaning what is seen is often valued more than the real work behind it. The person giving this kind of compliment is responding to you as something to be noticed, not someone to be respected. They engage with the surface, because acknowledging the substance would mean recognizing your power, skill and competence, qualities they may see as a threat to their own position. It's a subtle but serious form of professional and intellectual disrespect. By focusing on something trivial, they go through the motions of congratulating you, while deliberately withholding real recognition, status, or respect. It's a way of ticking a box, appearing polite and supportive, while withholding the one thing the achiever truly wants: real recognition for their effort and ability. The result is a strange emptiness. You've been praised, yet you feel unseen. That discomfort is intentional. It's a quiet signal from the speaker that despite what you've achieved, they do not truly respect you or the work behind it. In the world of human alliances, public support is often a performance. Grand gestures and applause can hide deeper, self-serving motives. Loyalty is shown for the audience, not always for the cause itself. The real test comes when no one is watching, when the crowd disappears and support quietly fades. In the end, it's not what people show in public, but what they withhold in private that reveals where their true allegiance lies. In private, power shifts quietly. The inconsistent supporter betrays not through action, but through absence. Unreturned calls, ignored emails, delayed meetings. These are not accidents. They are calculated choices. Each withdrawal is a small cut, slowly draining momentum and leaving the other person unsettled, second-guessing themselves. Excuses hide intention, and support disappears precisely when it's needed most. The betrayal is silent, but its effect is deep and lasting. Conditional loyalty is a calculated move, not an emotional one. Support is given where it brings benefit, and withdrawn when it no longer serves a purpose. Loyalty becomes a temporary loan, offered easily, taken back just as quickly. In competitive environments, this pattern becomes especially visible. As Machiavelli observed, alliances are built on self-interest. The appearance of loyalty is often more useful than loyalty itself. These social chameleons shift sides to advance their own position. Learning to distinguish real support from performed support is essential for protecting yourself. Politeness can be a mask. Perfect words, polite smiles, but no real warmth. Behind the manners is a cold distance, an emptiness in the eyes. This isn't shyness, it's deliberate. They are present in body, but absent in spirit, moving through social moments without emotional connection. Like a ghost in the system, leaving behind nothing but a quiet chill. Interacting with someone who uses politeness as a shield creates a strange social unease. Their behavior feels almost human, but something essential is missing. Conversations move smoothly, yet there's no depth, like eating food with no taste. Their politeness becomes a one-way mirror. You slowly reveal yourself, while they remain emotionally closed and unreadable. The silence of indifference isn't found in words, but in what's missing. It's the lack of follow-up, the polite withdrawal, the slow way you fade from attention. This quiet exclusion is a bloodless form of social removal. You aren't attacked or confronted, you're simply allowed to disappear. Information is the lifeblood of power. It is currency, leverage, and weapon all at once. Selective honesty and omission are quiet tactics, not outright lies, but careful silence. By controlling what you reveal, a person creates an imbalance of knowledge, weakening others while protecting themselves. They appear innocent, reasonable, and uninvolved. In Machiavelli's world, what you choose not to say can be your most powerful move. Exclusion is rarely obvious. It's built through small omissions, missed meetings, emails that never reach you, conversations you're quietly left out of. Over time, these patterns push someone to the edges. The real decisions happen elsewhere, in whispers and informal exchanges. Exclusion works like a dam, slowly cutting off access to information and connection. And as that access disappears, so does influence. Becoming aware of hidden dynamics often brings up deeper questions about trust, boundaries, and self-doubt. If you're working through complex relationships or trying to rebuild clarity and confidence, professional support can help you process it calmly and privately. You'll find a link to online therapy in the description and use the code Therapy20 for 20% off if you'd like to explore it. The power of selective honesty lies in its psychological effect. The person behind it hides behind plausible deniability. Missed invitations become mistakes. Missing details become oversights. The person affected feels undermined, but can't prove it. They begin to doubt their own perception. The pattern is quiet, the intent carefully hidden. In Machiavelli's world, you never rely on a single source. Assume that what is withheld is done on purpose. In social dynamics, your setbacks reveal more than you realize. Pay attention to those who show a fleeting smile, hiding quiet satisfaction behind a neutral expression. Their calm is a disguise. Your loss becomes their silent gain. The skilled player never celebrates openly. They stay quiet, blend in, and observe. In this game, power is rarely loud. It is exercised from the shadows. Sometimes, beneath a neutral expression, a quiet sigh of relief gives everything away. A slight loosening of the body, a brief exhale, small signals that speak louder than words. In moments of rivalry, a competitor's relief at your setback is quickly covered with concern. Their display of empathy becomes a performance, meant to be believed. But these small tells expose the hidden forces at work: ambition, comparison, and envy flowing just beneath the surface of polite society. The use of concern as a weapon is a quiet power move, offering sympathy that isn't sincere. It's not real support, but criticism wrapped in compassion. This kind of response slowly wears down confidence, planting doubt where strength once stood. It's a refined tactic, using the language of care to quietly cause more damage. In the world of social interaction, not all rivalry is open or obvious. Some of the most damaging competition operates quietly, hidden in constant comparison. The person who secretly dislikes you may never confront you directly. Instead, they turn you into a silent measuring stick, using your life to judge their own progress and worth. Every success you achieve isn't celebrated, it's silently compared. Your achievements become a personal challenge, a standard they feel pressured to match or surpass. This constant comparison doesn't stay hidden forever. It begins to show itself in subtle, revealing ways. They may start showing intense interest in your life, your income, your social circle, the attention or recognition you receive. This isn't the curiosity of a friend. It's the quiet information gathering of a rival. They are collecting details, mentally recording your gains as their own losses. Sometimes they reveal this obsession without meaning to, casually mentioning a specific detail about your success, something they could only know through close, deliberate observation. In that moment, their fixation becomes clear. This behavior doesn't come from confidence. It grows from a deep sense of insecurity. The quiet competitor's sense of worth doesn't come from within. It depends on how they believe they compare to others, especially to you. Your presence becomes a constant reminder of what they feel they lack or have failed to achieve. They trap themselves in a zero-sum game where your success can only exist at the cost of their own. This inner conflict is draining. It keeps them in a constant state of comparison and silent pressure, slowly poisoning their ability to form real, healthy connections. From a Machiavellian perspective, this is a common but deeply flawed approach to power. Watching a rival's progress can be useful, but turning it into an obsession is a serious mistake. It drains mental energy that should be invested in one's own growth. The quiet competitor stops leading their own life and becomes reactive instead of strategic. Their decisions are shaped by your moves, not by their own goals. They become like a ship without direction, pushed around by another vessel's wake, always following, never truly steering their own course through the dangerous waters of ambition. The quiet competitor works to reduce your achievements, never directly, but through subtle remarks and comparisons. They describe your success as luck, as inconvenient, or as smaller than someone else's accomplishment. The aim is simple: to slowly wear down your confidence and shape the story around you, keeping you from pulling too far ahead in this silent competition. A hidden adversary often drifts toward your rivals, forming quiet alliances. Just as animals group together against a common threat, people bond through shared opposition. Pay attention to who they align with at work or in social settings. These shared tensions create strong, unspoken connections. Their small, deliberate actions reveal where their loyalty truly lies, a silent gathering of support for a conflict that hasn't been declared yet. The social world is far more complex than it appears. Beneath polite cooperation, a hidden layer of competition and quiet rivalry is always at work. Awareness is the key to navigating it, not judgment, but observation. The calm observer notices patterns, reads what's unspoken, and adjusts without panic. They move with quiet confidence, not reaction. This is the core of strategic thinking, learning how to move through the social dance with strength, control, and resilience. If this video helped you see people more clearly, like it, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might need it. Subscribe for more psychology and philosophy content, and watch the next video to continue sharpening your awareness.